Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. This is Breaking and it's happening live. Of course, we're going to tell you what is going on in Ondo State and in River State, all of them breaking. As we speak right now, Nigerians, youth, university undergraduate have taken, both undergraduate and the like students as a whole, have taken to the street demanding for end of bad governance, beginning from, of course, Ondo State, where they insist that insecurity and all that, all whatnot, is biting the country, and that they insist that bad governance must stop and must stop just about now. You are seeing the video at the background, so that have come out. Personally, I just believe that if this continues to other states, they may likely have to, shut down university students for a while, so that the regrouping, because that's about how NSAS started, and Ondo have taken the first move. A lot of Nigerians believe that should have been the move Fubara would have taken. But as we speak, in River State, let's quickly move down to River State. My colleague is in the house. Look at this. The Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, retired, who is the sole administrator in River State, has announced the appointment of Commodore Aminu Shehu as Chief of Staff, River State Government House. Don't forget that some few days back, there were a lot of speculations by some of loyalists and, of course, the person of Asari Dokubo, who believes that they've given him a list of persons who will be taking over, and they perceive very strongly their names that are in Wike's camp. It looks as if Wike may not actually be having strong hold as we are thinking, but there have been a lot of reactions. Now, this is another non-civilian taking over a position that should ordinarily be democratic. My colleague is in the house. Also take on this very latest development, the new chief of staff. Of course, just a few hours ago, he literally sacked all appointees of Fubara, as in bringing down the structure of Fubara in just one sweep. All of them, from Edisine, he was actually the former chief of staff. Now, Commodore Aminu Shehu is now the new chief of staff, River State Government House. What's your take, please?
Well, I think an African adage can conclusively give us an understanding of what's going on in River State. There's this African adage that says that when you take palm front to the community center, you want the villagers or community square. You want the villagers to help you sow it. So I think that's the situation with River State. They decided to take what would have been ordinarily resolved by, if Wike and Fubara couldn't have resolved it, it would have been a case of Pandey coming in, the Jaws. So that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. The Jaws resolving in and all of that. Some few stakeholders, the likes of previous governors of the South and all of that. They would have put hands together and they get it fixed, and then we go back to status quo. But everybody were like Africa. I stand on my own. This one was standing on his own. This one was standing on his own. And here we are today. I mean, it's quite laughable, because I'm just wondering what these guys are doing right now. They told us it's going to be a long recess, and I'm talking about the House of Assembly members.
Yes,
and they're having
6 months.
Exactly. So they're having a very long recess right now. It's getting very interesting. Now, I always ask that question. What do you expect Ibokete to do? He must work. He's called sole administrator. And being a sole administrator, I need to come in with people who knows the kind of game I play when it comes to administering in a particular place. And that's why you see him bringing in the hands that are most comfortable to him to work with. And that's exactly what we're going to see throughout. But for me, I'm shocked that this is via the hand of a democratic leader.
Do you think that probably this is one of the reasons why Ibokete had demanded the list of local government councils and all those lists to enable him know what he's dealing with, and probably bring in his people to man those positions so that there will be no leakages?
Exactly. Don't forget that he's reporting directly to the president. Apart from reporting to the president, he needs to show that he's a retired military man. You don't have to begin to act as if you are a Democrat. You are democratic in anything. You run the show. We run the show by my rules. Whatever I tell you to do is exactly what you do. That's whole. A military man they don't take into consideration the feelings of the people, the emotions of the people. What they care about is what they want to do. Resolve. We want result. So right now he must put his own people in different positions to make sure result is inevitable. So unfortunately, possibly Wike, Fubara, House of Assembly members, and other persons who were playing this whole game, they didn't know that it would go to this extreme. They're just giving them a clue how military rule will look like. We've seen military rule play out in other places, and I feel that it was so wrong for the governors to stand by the side and be watching a lot of things happen. Because if immediately this thing had happened, all of them joined their voices together, irrespective of party differences, and said, no. We know we are in one party, but this is democracy. If there's any disciplinary action that you want to take against any governor, maybe expedite the process of impeachment, and all of that, than to bring in a stranger. Military man will never hoist out a military soul administrator. I'm talking about a military president. Would never hoist out a military administrator and bring in a democratic administrator. It's not possible. Yes, in most settings we have prime minister, but he runs it exactly how the military guy want him to run it. So unfortunately, this one is happening, and I can tell you that it's a way of just running, how it will look like. And already Nigerians are screaming everywhere. So that is where we are. You don't expect him to come in and start running the show based with people-oriented mindset. It's not possible.
Don't you also think that this is two-way thing? Just as the presidency is that's running this makes a lot of sense. Don't you also think also the military are watching on the sideline? If Rivers can run it and run it successfully, why can't we also run the main thing? Why should we be reporting to the main? Why should we be reporting when we can actually own all?
Well, the president is a smarter guy, being smart in the sense that he would never allow such to happen. But I feel, personally, if you ask me, I feel that if intense pressure is put on this, if they continue using legal means or whatever means to put pressure, and I personally, I was of the opinion that Fubara by now should be granting interviews everywhere, even BBC. Let us x-ray this section 305, all the subsections that are there. Show me where it is written out specifically that the president has exclusive right to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this. Show me one. And also bring in River State into perspective in terms of, that 305, the issue of emergency rule. Where did we really actually fit in? This would have been what he will be doing now to, make the people, let the president also know that being an ECOWAS chairman, who he is right now, or I don't know if they have removed him, but being an ECOWAS chairman and also talking down on military rule in about 3 countries of Nigeria, that is trying to, of Africa, 3 countries of Africa, that is trying to start up something like that also. And it's not good, let him on, because sometimes he may have taken that decision based on gossips that they have fed his ears with and all of that. Though Lamido said something about him, which, it was so quite shocking and all of that. But we feel that possibly because FCT is very close to him, possibly they failed him to a point that is like, man, I need some rest when it comes to this River State stuff. Let me just bring in an emergency ruler and let him understand that he has derailed from the democratic tenets. He's going the other way, which may not suffice well for Nigerians.
Oh, well, let's say it plays out. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our